Twitch with the Shapeshifting Detective. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit more here. Maybe it's just my headphones. But yeah, we are back with another FMV Friday, everybody. I hope you all have been enjoying your Friday. Honestly, I would say mine was okay. Nothing truly special. But I'm happy to share this all with you. Now, I have played, and I have beaten the Shapeshifting Detective beforehand. So, if there is, in fact, when I start this new game, if it's actually like the same killer as it was the first time, then I apologize. But at the same time, I do think that there is a little bit of random name or a little bit of random generation that goes along with it. And even if that's the case, I do think that it's been a while to the point where I actually don't remember 100% who the killer was in my first playthrough of this game. But yeah, I think this will be a very fun experience. This is very well acted. This is done by Deveki Studios. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Deveki. And one of the writers is Tim Cowles, and they have a new game that is a new FMV game that's about ready to I think hopefully launch either in 2022 or sometime soon, called Murderous Muses. I do not know if it's tied to any of the other games that they've done, because Deveki Studios have done 3 FMV titles. They've done this one. Then their most recent title was released earlier this year. The Dark Knights with Poe and Monroe, who are some radio hosts that are in this game that you hear from. And I apologize if I butchered the title. But they make their debut there as side characters, kind of to feed you information about what's going on in this one. And also as potential interview candidates. While you have... and then also you have their very original, The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker, which I may very well stream. Much like the Shapeshifting Detective, I have played Dr. Decker beforehand, so I'm not necessarily sure as to whether or not I am going to do that, or if we're gonna just play new FMV titles by Wales Interactive. But with that said, let us start up a new game. Now, I hope this does not screw up my last save data, but at the same time, it's not really that important, because I had beaten this game, and I don't really know if there was a point of no return that I couldn't cross. Besides, kind of important to start the story. Again. And see what you're dealing with here. Deveki. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's one of the... Look, it's one of those oil paintings. Yeah,
you're
Linda
listening to
Tim Krause.
Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shore's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the setup, but, what kind of murder isn't violent and disturbing?
You need to learn when to
directed
keep your
by
mouth
Tim
shut.
Cowles. Oh, really? And as you can see, I have a skip button. And I'm Sam. Okay, so should I question who are you, or should I just trash the response? Because that's... sorry to pause. I feel I should explain a little bit about this game's mechanics. You see, unlike the late shift from last week, you saw I have a skip button. That's because I played this game before, as I mentioned earlier. But the other reason why it's important to note is that you have a trash bin that you can basically delete any answers or questions that you don't want to ask, or if you think like it might upset someone or it might just be redundant. And ordinarily, I would actually use this as this type of a stream as an opportunity to get achievements that I might have missed the first time. But I'm actually going to play this completely straight and play it about as close to the way I originally played the game as physically possible when I first did. I'm not going to say that, it's going to be a one-to-one recreation, because you can't really recreate a first impression. But yeah, so we are some buddy named Sam, eh? Alright, well, let's see what's going on here. By that, I mean I'm going to ignore the shady man's questions. Also, there's no time limit here, which is... or at least not all of them are timed, which is nice.
You know why you're here, don't you?
No?
The dead girl. And this.
Yeah, the 21-year-old girl.
What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Yes.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This
Nice.
person.
Okay.
This is who you are now. Understood?
Yes.
Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated.
I assume that means atomized.
We expect you to use your
shape-shifting
ability.
terms?
Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident
Why?
Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
I just want to say a couple more things, and I'm sorry I kind of have to pause this because once the video kind of gets going, I don't want to talk over the acting as much. Or I want to talk over the acting as little as possible, especially for those of you who are experiencing this game for the first time. Ordinarily, like when I played the late shift, I was actually keeping quiet mostly to actually experience the dialogue myself for the first time and keep my commentary to a minimum. Here, I will maybe offer a little bit more snark, but I won't like completely distract from the story. Anyways, so there are two things that I wanted to say. Number one, August. Oh, the irony that I'm playing this game on September the 2nd. Am I right? Waka waka. And then second, like that basically just confirms that also confirms, by the way, in case you were wondering, Poe and Monroe, they are the radio DJs that I mentioned who have the third game by this studio. And then the last thing I want to say is, I forget this actress's name, but dang, is she good looking. Like, she's in The Madness of Dr. Decker, playing a completely different character, obviously, because the two stories have some similarities to them in terms of like the writing, but they're obviously they're different, to say the least. But yeah, I always found this lady very attractive, or I should say, I find this lady very attractive. I don't even care if she's not a real redhead. She's just smoking. Whew. Okay. Anyways, distraction time over. As long as it takes.
Yes. The chief said it may be a while. I can see you don't mind getting your hands dirty, though. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Visitors? Also, gotta love the name Chief DuPont kind of thing. So actually, I feel I should ask a question. Should I actually go through, should I spend like one playthrough actually like getting caught and show you what happens when you get caught as the in shape-shifting? Because there are some actual interesting dialogue or interactions when you get caught shape-shifting. And the skip button is because I've seen the dialogue before, I think. Now
it's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
Tarot cards. How paganly emo.
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
No, I was here for my guest accommodations first. I was told there would be a continental breakfast.
Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
Very beautiful environment, by the way. Like, again, the one thing I will say about these FMV games, like, these were a big thing in the 90s, the late 90s, and nowadays they're kind of making a bit of a resurgence, powered mostly by Wales Interactive. I will say this. The acting is obviously 10 times better because now they've kind of, in many ways, they've given up the pretenses of being games, and now they're just kind of interactive movies, which is cool. But the other thing is, like, they really do a great job with, like, making these look like legitimate movies. So I just wanted to compliment that. Between the sets and the acting, they make it feel really good. Like, seamless. Predicting the future?
You don't believe?
I'm kind of caught between Fox Mulder and Dana Scully in terms of believing the paranormal. Oh, I should say that. I believe the paranormal exists. I just don't know how much of it exists. And that there may be a scientific explanation to it all.
That sounded serious. You must have a serious job to do. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
I like her, too. I do like this lady too, Bronwyn. There's an English name for you.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure, why not? Actually, no, we'll save it for later.
That sounds super. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Rain's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Rain. Last on the left.
Good. We're neighbors. Just knock if you need me.
Are you hitting on me, Bronwyn?
A bell shape.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like a wooden bell with a large handle.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a non-functional wooden bell.
Yeah. But it's heavy, like really heavy.
Okay, I'm going to explain. The
All
reason why
right,
it's heavy
so
is in
now
fact
the
an
true
Egyptian
decisions
wood,
begin.
which was used by craftsmen to carve temples. It's approximately 4,500 years old and comes from
Hey,
an
check it
ancient
out. We
burial
can
ground
actually
called
play all the
Saqqara.
tracks, by the way, in the game.
This particular
looks
one
like.
has traces of the same limestone as the Great Sphinx of Giza. Well,
I actually
that's
don't
what the man
remember
done
being
cut.
able to tune the radio.
incredible.
I wonder if that was patched in.
Curiosity shop is now closed.
Dreams
I can't. I don't.
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe. So Simeon's written in to say,
Good, you got my message.
Nightmares.
Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
Yeah. What kind of jobs do shapeshifters do you think? Like they impersonate Hitman's bodyguards or something?
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Okay. Which is funny because I do remember, I'm not going to spoil who, but he is correct in saying that it is one of the tarot readers. I won't say which one.
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Crazy.
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Ah, so you thought she was smoking the hashish or something. Fair enough. I would probably react that way if somebody was, smoking, or not smoking. If they were going to, talk to me about a murder while saying, hey, I specialize in tarot cards. I would probably just give them a sideways look and just say, sure you do. Hey, you mind holding this key for me?
Because things. I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
I'll try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you.
Help me out and help me out how? Clear my record?
Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
What, was I convicted murderer too?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Ah, and now we can actually interrogate him even further. And once you actually talk to people, I'll explain the other big game mechanic that's kind of obvious with the shapeshifting detective. But once you talk to a person, you can actually go and back to your room at the guest house and assume their identity, and then ask them questions in their voice. So yeah.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper.
Ooh,
I'm more of a Bon
fancy.
Jovi fan myself.
Lol. Me, I prefer Metallica. That doesn't sound anything like Metallica, but you get the picture.
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the
No, I
9th,
just
at approximately
got here.
9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Ah, 9-9. let me guess, it was on the 9th hour of the 9th second. That's our 666, right? No kidding. I'm just kidding.
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
You can't be too sure. Also, I do love the switching of facial expressions that they do. These actors really did a great job with that.
She was naked. Strangled.
Oh my.
No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
He's not wrong about that. Yeah, he's not wrong about that. Also, a gold coin for the ferryman of Hades, perhaps?
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam?
She is.
What's she told you?
Nothing.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
Okay. I didn't know
Not much.
that.
Perhaps you should do some investigating?
In other words,
The
you
demon
can ask
really did
him
spread
later
like a
what you know,
virus.
and he'll
Even
reaffirm
if
your
only
suspicions.
A virus needs contact. Shared air, a
Yeah,
passing
he'll
germ,
reaffirm
a
your
gentle
suspicions,
touch.
maybe.
But this monster was not that limited.
Alright, we go to a room number 4. And we can assume the identity of somebody. Let us assume the identity of Violet. And we're gonna do this. I know it's kind of stupid, but I'm gonna show you guys what happens when you assume the identity of somebody and you basically like show up as the doppelganger. It's a game over basically, but I'll show you.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Yep.
It took time for her fall, but the demon knew. Sooner or later she would, and there would be a tidal wave to feast upon.
Find some.
I was wrong actually. You can't talk to. I was wrong. You can show them yourself to them, but
Joy,
it's
that
only
girl
at
trapped
certain
in his teeth.
instances.
Prepare for the moment, the tipping point when she would finally cut her strings and fly.
So let's visit the chief.
What's going on,
then.
Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm okay. No, I'm not okay.
Well, what are you doing here then? You said you'd help me. I just need you to keep an eye on the guests and let me know if you see anything strange. So, if you're here, who's doing that?
Pushing lungs out of the way until breathing hurts.
Uh-oh.
He whispers in the heart of his host until there would be nothing left, and only the...
Alright, let's return to Sam then, and talk to Violet. Here.
That girl. That first girl.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Well, now I have. Did you know Deruda?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
Lamb? Yes, a lamb. That totally sounds normal.
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
When they're led to the slaughter.
Nice,
eh?
yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
My. And that's coming from, and considering we're gonna find out a lot about Violet, coming from her, that's pretty rich, actually.
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Who is her boyfriend?
Oscar! Lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Fair enough. And now we have our answers.
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
Why do you want them to leave?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
Nice. Hobos? What hobos? I see no hobos.
I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
God, she is so beautiful.
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
That is a very bad alibi. We're gonna delete that one.
Is there something else, Sam?
Tore apart her liver. The doctor.
We're gonna ask her as
the ones
Chief
who cared enough
DuPont
to see the
because
signs
I don't
helped her,
want to
or tried,
raise
at
suspicion. I don't think I'll get anything from Lexi, or Violet rather.
Ritual just different enough to work this time.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
Ooh, my name is
How's
Claude.
Bronwyn? What were you doing last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
Hey, Toy TL3, I hope you had a
not
good
remember,
stream.
Violet?
And we are playing the Shapeshifting Detective. I said at the very beginning of this stream that this is the second time I'm playing through this game, but it's been so long that I actually don't... I remember who the killer was in the playthrough, but I don't know if that changes. Maybe it does. And even if it doesn't, the journey will definitely be worth it. I really love the acting in this.
How can you not remember, Violet?
I would say that Poe and Monroe, Violet, and Bronwyn are probably the best, or my favorite actors in this. We haven't met all of them yet, but yeah. And like I said at the very beginning, for those of you just joining us, this is the second of 4 games that the studio that made this game has done. They did the murderous madness, or the infectious madness of Dr. Decker. This game, they did Mysterious Nights or something to that effect. I can't remember what it's called, with Poe and Monroe, who are characters in this game. And then they have a new game that is going to come out soonish called Murderous Muses, which I am very excited for.
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
How's Bronwyn been?
Okay, beautiful Violet. I won't get you to contradict yourself.
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What
God,
did I
she's
ask
so
you to do again?
beautiful.
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
There,
Well, it ain't easy being
tore
the
him
chief.
apart and choked
Isn't
with
easy
him,
being the chief of
draped
police.
from the branches like flower pots.
Alright, I'm gonna actually go back to Sam and Now, the good news is the game will not advance until I talk to everybody and exhaust all my
eroding
options.
the people on shore.
It will give me
until
an
only the
option to
sand
move
remains.
forward.
The demon always spread like a virus from person to person.
All right,
With
let's
no
visit
touch, no
Lexi
Hi.
first.
Sam, is it? Come on in. Make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Can't believe you said that. Now, we're the only ones who don't have voice lines. I am going to try to get that game over because I know for a fact that when I first played this game that you can actually get like a game over by impersonating somebody and going directly to talk to them, you know, obviously like catching them, you know, like a double ganger. A lot of rings you got there on your hands.
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah, I can tell. Did you know how she was gonna, or did you know she
Good
was gonna
old-fashioned
die?
fortune telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The happy squirrel? No. I will say the devil, because death is too obvious.
Nah, the devil's cool. The tarot one, I mean, not the actual one. I'm not a devil worshipper.
Okay, so what is the most
The
dangerous
Five of
tarot
Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost.
card? You drew the Five of Swords for
Yeah,
Garuda?
I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
I love how she did like the actual like the psycho music there for that. How well do you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
Okay. Do you think she killed Daruda?
No.
Why did you come to August?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
Doesn't stop people from hanging out with the Doctor and Doctor Who.
No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
We're like a little Scooby-Doo gang, don't you know?
I didn't say job. I said job. Okay. We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
Yeah, I know you're lying.
No, you don't.
To be fair, I would probably act much in the same way if I had a slip of the
I
tongue.
was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Doing each other's hair? Oh. Would have been my second guess.
No, I mean, yeah. I've already cleaned it off.
Well, that was fast. Didn't like the color.
Read by Tex Murphy. The hole in her chest
Hey,
is
a
the
Tex
size
Murphy
of a cigarette.
reference.
I can
A lot
see
of
straight through it
FMV
from where I
lot-
sit, even with the
old
smoke
FMV
trails from my
fans will
gun.
know that name.
6 weeks of cheating husbands and damn...
You must be a new guest.
Let's talk to Rain.
Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
I'm Sam. Also, he's got a nice little pencil-thin mustache, and this guy's actually also a pretty good actor. I'll just flat out say it. Compared to the Late Shift, the acting in the Shapeshifting Detective is far better. But then again, I will say that the DeVecchi Studios and Linda and Tom Coles, I believe that's how, or Cowles, that's, I might be butchering their last name. They're overall better, like, writers and scripters, I think, than what the Late Shift was. I haven't played all of the Wales Interactive games, though, so I couldn't tell you that all the ones they developed and published are the FMV ones are not up to quality.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me.
You got some steely blue eyes too. What do you know about Daruda?
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
Who's the next victim?
Next victim? Whoa! Hold on a sec, we don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not. We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea.
How did you predict the murder?
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
Ah. Okay. So, what?
You get it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
How do you piece those details together? And also, what's next? A Ouija board?
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
How often does that, or how does that work? Like, is there 52 cards in this deck? Ah.
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Oh, goody. Well, I was going to visit her next anyways. Get all the questions as Sam out of the way before I move on to impersonating more people.
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
Hey, Toy, we have somebody who might be on your level then. He likes tarot cards, and he prays even though he doesn't believe in God.
I don't believe in anything, but I also believe anything is possible, so it's a conundrum.
Yeah, you're an enigma wrapped in a conundrum sandwich.
I lower the gun. You mean like babies? No, silly. I mean like this.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Can I see the Mercury Tarot?
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Sure.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
I'll say yes. I mean, hell, I'm fine.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
No comment.
Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Well, why does he think? Or how well did you know her?
I didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
I don't need to continue to harangue.
There's a lot more at stake here than you know, Sam.
Like what? The devil?
Well, if I told you that, you'd have nothing to do.
Oh, screw you. You mean to tell me that you and your special tarot deck have some of the answers, but you can't be bothered to tell me, because it would just ruin the game, man. Ugh. Where were you?
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Huh? Ah, so you read the unpublished Twilight novel.
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
You think Violet is trashy?
I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Nice.
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Can't you ask who the killer is?
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Dude, what do you think you might do with the mirror?
I'm honest. At first, because of the handle, I thought maybe...
Alright. And now we can impersonate everybody else that is currently in the story. Well, let's do, let's finish with Violet here.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Thank you very much,
As usual. It's a reflecting mirror, but it was used for...
And we're gonna visit the chief now as Violet.
Look in the mirror, close
Dun
your
dun
eyes,
dun, he's
think of
gone!
being somewhere else, and...
Yeah,
Well,
sometimes the characters
Should we
won't
try it
be
now?
in their,
no,
their
I've tried
spots.
it. It doesn't work for me.
Oh.
Maybe it works for you.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
Okay.
No, thank you. Okay.
Great. What do you want to know about?
The murder. My
My
love
love
life.
life. Yeah, let's ask her about the love life.
I think the tarot wants to ask a different question, but... The devil. You're letting yourself be manipulated by someone who isn't good for you. Or... maybe it means you're having fantastic sex. You might like playing the victim.
Did you sleep well last night?
Huh. Interesting. Fascinating.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
I'm not gonna bluff.
But, because she
probably should have,
turned...
though.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning
I actually
to be
didn't remember
here?
her last name, so Violet Gallagher.
How long are you...
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die? Why do you think the police
Why do you think the police suspect Bronwyn?
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
Dreams.
So you have no answer, you just, whatever.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Your
Did
room
you
is
have
not
a
a
pleasant
mess.
evening last night?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you
Yes,
weren't in
it's
this
so
room,
much so
were
it's
you?
not even in the room. But you weren't in the room.
Oh no, was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
No.
Oh, thank God. I'll try not to let it happen again.
Hey, we found a new detail.
For Robin, because
And that's why you
perhaps,
shapeshift, people.
There are...
Alright. Let's see now here.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Nice. Wait,
Hi.
no! No, damn it. Sorry, I was...
Now, the photo albums, they
That
represent
was
your
my
past,
bad.
Rob.
Chief DuPont. What a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
Bronwyn Castle. There's a nice name.
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
Okay.
You're a con artist.
Okay. I think you're Scottish, if your name is anything to be to be certain of. Bronwyn sounds like a very Scottish name, and you got a very Scottish. You get a little bit of a Scottish accent. You're a con
I haven't
artist.
asked anyone for a penny.
But you're a Scooby. Maybe you are a Scooby-Doo gang.
Good evening, Chief DuPont.
Dorota's
ha,
family.
nice
What
put.
does the tarot say about them?
Bronwyn never been arrested?
Dorota?
Interesting.
I can do a reading if you want.
Yes.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Bronwyn never been
No,
arrested?
no. I really do.
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character. If you play D&D.
Lol.
Lexi
D&D.
ever been in trouble with the police?
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police? Yeah.
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
In every country you've ever had on the show.
Could have asked you, but... Oh,
Chief
nice
Inspector,
angle.
You gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius. Her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your leader?
Really?
Are you prepared to go to jail for her?
Jail? What for? I haven't done anything wrong.
Aiding and abetting a criminal.
Aiding and abetting a criminal?
I'll aid and abet Bronwyn to the day I die, but she's not a criminal.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here? What's wrong with the
What's wrong
nightlife?
with the nightlife?
There isn't any. And sometimes a girl needs a party.
What were
Yeah,
doing
you
last
totally
night?
look like a party type of chick.
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on a Bron can vouch for me.
No, she hasn't.
We're only joking.
She's still here. Yeah, she's still here.
Alright, now let's change into Bronwyn. For really reals.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
I am acting.
Now, what could the object I've just handed to you be?
Let's see if I can talk to the chief as
Miss
Bronwyn.
Castle. I'm surprised to see you here.
I didn't kill Dorota.
You're a prime suspect. And your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
Have you got a problem with me?
That is a good question.
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Kinky.
Oh my! Let's go this route. I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, you are pushing me today, young lady.
Kara. This particular one has traces of the
Chief.
same limestone as the Great Sphinx of Giza.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
Yeah.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota will be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that.
Yeah.
I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
Oh.
With your hand.
Alrighty then.
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
What, you're reading the molecules or something?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
Another right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it? Birmingham?
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
A traveller?
Bron, you're acting weird. Are you still you?
Of course.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current climate.
Whew, almost blew our cover. Yeah, you can blow your cover.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Animals?
But there's 4 figures
Well,
on
that
it.
was totally worth my time.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
It's got the house, kind of it's a household item.
I honestly...
Doubt you've ever used one of those.
Can't
You've
talk to
never used a
Violet.
mangle.
Womp womp.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here.
Yeah, the real reason we're here.
What we did last night. The real...
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
Hey, we got away with our bluff.
Why were they crushed?
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
Yeah, I don't think
Now,
that would have helped at all.
What could the object have just handed to you?
Ray, I'm busy. You gonna turn yourself in?
Yeah. No.
Then you're wasting my time.
I want to say it's wooden.
Yes.
Aww.
And
Boo.
then it kind of looks like a bell shape.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're almost done. Well, kinda.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
It's used by craftsmen to carve temples.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave. The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
Yeah.
If one of your crew did murder Dorota, you can't really stay here, can you?
New.
Point taken.
He opened his eyes to find Uni standing on his chest, her mottled face inches from him.
What is it, Miss Taylor?
Why did you
Lexi
hire
Taylor.
Sam? Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
Have you met him?
Yes.
Miss Taylor, is that a contradiction? It's not what you said in your written statement.
Sorry, I meant no.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Why are Dorota's family
Uh-oh.
safe?
Uh-oh.
Why? What are you going to do?
Nothing, just checking.
I've got my eye on you, Lexi Taylor. Lexi. Rain. Are they even your real names?
Why did you hire
Bronwyn.
Sam?
At least Bronwyn doesn't sound
Who
like a
would
real
want to
name.
kill Dorota?
You doing your own investigation? Great! Let me know when you find out.
Bronwyn thinks you've got it in for her.
I go after bad guys. If she's a bad guy, then I've got it in for her.
Why weren't the police protecting Dorota? What were you doing Monday night?
Well, let me see, Detective Taylor. That's the surveillance cameras. I was here till I got the call.
Why did you hire Sam?
I didn't hire Sam, the Shaw family did.
No, they didn't. Why did you hire Sam?
I'm not going to give
The hiring of Sam is no concern of yours either way.
White fur. What
Okay
is
then.
that? A rat? No.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
You're a mind reader.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Ray. Since when
Ray?
did he start praying?
You think he's lying?
Of course not. This is Rain we're talking about. I was just saying it's odd, that's all.
Huh.
Maybe he's found God?
Return. The kitten was
Interesting.
scrambling at the mat.
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Dorota was planning on marrying Oscar?
What makes you say that?
Yeah, no
Well,
kidding.
nothing. It was just something I thought I saw. It doesn't matter.
Stop struggling. Suffering. Ivan.
Okay, now we transform back into Sam.
To be a good one.
Now we do one more roundup
Harder,
of
even
talking
than a
to
magpie.
people and then go from there.
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very
You think?
anxious person.
You think? That's for schizophrenia, isn't it?
Tried to erase the sight. It didn't work, of course.
Not gonna
Ivan's-
get in her grill if I don't have to.
Inspect the darkening towel. Blood.
We're gonna just double checking to make sure we didn't exhaust.
And she lowered her head.
We had
to lap
exhausted
it.
all options.
Hey, not for you, Uni. He just needed a moment.
All right, now we check
It's
in
6
with the
o'clock,
chief.
and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to
A
the
dame
community
to
to
die
help
for,
catch her
1800.
killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night.
More
Police are
paintings.
describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile,
Monroe.
out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to
not
Radio
the
August for
Tulip
updates.
Festival.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Get it? Because it's 1800 hours. And also, ha! Nice, nice, nice. Hilarious. Little innuendo there. So yeah, you can keep investigating, but I have nobody else to discuss anything with. So it actually doesn't lock you in, like, until you can like examine things.
Skin. Thanks, babe.
All right, let's visit the chief.
Said, between you.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
Haven't visited him yet. Who's on your suspect
Just the
list?
tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
Really? I'd add Violet.
Got any reason for saying that?
She doesn't know where she was Monday night.
I'll look into it.
Paint with some engraving on it.
Who are you?
Ah, we meet the boyfriend now, Oscar. I'm a shape-shifting detective. Yeah, no, he's not gonna buy that. But I'm trying to remember. There was one point where I got basically a game over and I had to start from a checkpoint because I had been caught, like, as a shape-shifting detective. I can't remember where it was, though.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a whole day. It's typical of them.
Yeah, how dare they take a day to solve the murder?
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5. Playing football.
9 p.m.
It was just 5 aside. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
What can you tell me
Not
about
much.
her parents?
They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
How long were you dating her?
Not long, a couple of months maybe. But we did care for each other.
Any idea who would do this to her?
No one. She was really popular.
Is it possible that the killer was hiding in Dorota?
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Must be in the closet?
It's big enough for 2 people to have sex in. On all 4s.
Huh? Dorota like to experiment?
She had a few kinks, nothing weird.
Kinks?
Yeah, a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you.
Well, I couldn't exactly get out of that.
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
You're a ghost than any living being. But the work.
Alright, well, let's visit the guest house
It
now.
had to. Dimitri kept reminding the others.
You have anything new? You think Oscar killed Dorota?
Vicar's son? No. As far as I can
vicar?
tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Oh my. You know about me?
Know about you? Well, what is there to know about you, Sam? I just mean people have an act. A facade. Oscar seems nice, but for all I know, he tears pretty girls apart.
Why would someone kill Dorota?
She flaunts herself. her body, had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
I don't know what the boudoir is. Sounds like you know a lot about Dorota.
Not really, just gossip. Apparently she went to have some portrait photos done and started stripping off. Weston's photographic. Zach Weston. He'll get himself into trouble one of these days.
Ah, well thank you for the info.
If you keep taking pictures of pretty girls in their underwear, somebody's going to get upset.
No shit.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
So are you, pretty.
At Weston's photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there.
Ah. How do you know
I have a
that?
good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Nice.
And the 4 scientists knew there was much more to be done. The plan then
We'll talk
was
to
to
everybody
send
in the
more
guest
probes
house
down the
before we
hole
go over to or before we go through the character rigmarole.
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
Interesting. You contacted Doruta's spirit?
No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort.
Aww.
I don't actually believe in the spirit world. Well, not as you know it, anyway.
Huh. But she says she was in your room last night. And yeah, this game kind of goes by hours, by the way, in terms of like the chapters.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today.
Yeah. How much older are you than her, though?
Fine. JPtheOrangeLantern was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true.
Why'd you
To
lie
protect
about the alibi?
Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
Well, I know you're not the killer. What about Rain?
Rain's a big boy. He can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
It presented itself. Dimitri had once again insisted.
Sam, what can I do for you?
How did you get Doruta's name from the tarot?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
Oh, really? So the tarot didn't tell you?
It kinda did. It's hard getting an exact name out of 78 cards. But considering we'd never heard of Dorota Shaw, it painted a pretty good picture otherwise.
78 cards, huh? Interesting.
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Nice.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota.
How does it work?
This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
Time travel is real?
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
I agree. Lexi mentioned you're here to do a
We're
job.
trying to save people.
It's not working.
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Okay.
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
You're going to have a field day with this. I'll be sure to get some pictures for you.
Hi Sam, back for more already?
Mm-hmm. Did you know Daruta's
No,
boyfriend?
I think Bronwyn met him though.
What for?
You'd have to ask her, or him. It's not my place to say.
Why'd you lie about your alibi?
I didn't! How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
No. Depends on why you lied.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though, cross my heart and hope to die. Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
Yeah.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars in space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that. We're so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Yep. Hooked on every word.
Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
Dun dun! Wow, that's something.
I know, mind-blowing.
Well, I believe in spirits and ghosts, so I can kind of buy into that.
Traveller, that's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Ha! Nice. Bluff Reen told me.
Oh, did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
Feels good.
Cheeky. Are you flirting with me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh dear, am I blushing again? There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
Hey, hey-oh!
Repeated over and over. Thanks to some earlier linguistic discoveries made at other lunar sites.
Alright, let's go to the room.
Your ability
here
isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Yeah, except not really. He's raw, or he just says that to make you contemplate it. You're fine. You really are.
Dmitri quickly fell asleep. He couldn't wait to go back. Later that night, startled by the sounds of loud
Just double
whispering.
checking things.
I changed your sheets last night, and you weren't here.
Uh-oh.
That door was locked, and you said there's only one key. So how would you know?
Beyond, if his room was still shrouded in darkness.
Run away!
His hands against his eyes, trying hopelessly to rub the blackness out of them.
Okay, so I couldn't visit Lexi.
His befuddlement slowly turned to horror
let's see
as he
here
came to
now.
the terrifying realization that he had gone blind. Panicking, Dmitri stumbled.
Violet!
Damn it.
But carefully made his way to the door.
Okay,
He searched for
exhausted
the
all
handle,
Violet's dialogue
opened the door and
for
stumbled
this
into the hallway.
chapter. Let's do Oscar.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Waited. Again, there was no response.
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Does everybody have to give their full name, or does everybody have to get their full names when they talk to him now? I don't mind.
The breathing became heavier, but there was no reply.
Huh, I guess Oscar doesn't have a lot of people
Dimitri
to talk
yelled out in
to
frustration and fear.
in this segment.
Frustrated child. Please help me!
Where the hell did they go?
The breathing suddenly stopped and changed into a deep...
Where the hell did the tarot readers go?
Oscar? What are you doing here?
I want to help.
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why? How?
I don't know. Maybe ask if you can go around. Women like vulnerable men.
Do they?
I don't know. Do I look like vulnerable men? Just do whatever you have to, Oscar. I've got to concentrate on some other leads. So, you can go now?
To help him. It was then that he heard the voices again whispering to him.
Let's see now if this
Dimitri was almost able to make out individual words
Damn it.
in a language whole...
Alright. Let's go with, Chief Dupont.
Incessant hounding him,
See if he has
compelling
anything
him
new
to
to
listen.
say.
Why is Sam still questioning me? Do I need to bring up Mr. Hedges again?
Are you threatening?
Bring up Mr. Hedges again?
Who is Mr. Hedges? Are you threatening me?
Excuse me? Of course not. We just agreed that with the meds I'm on, stuff like this might get out. Remember?
He was still inside the hole. Had he been dreaming? As if...
Okay.
You have a recognizable knock, Chief Dupont. I'll remember not to answer next time.
Do you know Dorota's boyfriend?
I've met him once, yes.
Just the once? When did you meet him?
This morning.
What did you talk about?
The weather and some other things which I'm not at liberty to discuss. Feel free to ask him, though.
All we heard was static.
Damn it.
I
Okay,
have something
then.
that might interest Dr. Yutani. Trying to hide his anxiety. With trembling from his pouch. What's this? Dr. Yutani
Well, the good
asked.
news
She
is that
carefully took
eventually,
notes.
you know,
All
it
writing from the
takes,
strangers?
it's a little easier
Chief Dupont,
to
there's been
figure
loads
out.
of people coming around asking questions. I don't even know half of them.
Bronwyn is still prime suspect. Did Dorota collect coins?
I know, I agree. Because she tipped you off. If I manage to get into her room, what am I looking for again?
Anything that ties her to the murder.
Okay. That sounds easier said than done, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to give away.
Said Rain might be
the-
worth investigating too, that he didn't have an alibi. What about the other one? Lexi?
You can check her out too. Doesn't seem capable.
It's always the
It
ones who
doesn't
look
seem
least
capable.
suspicious that turn out to be the murderer in films. Not in real life, though, I guess.
Are you saying you've seen what exactly? The future? Dr. Whitfield asked. He sounded incredulous. Dimitri's shoulders
That's
slumped.
interesting to note. Alright, so let's go with Bronwyn now.
What happens next? Dr. Remington asked with some...
I'm truly sorry about Dorota. I didn't see you here.
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for right now.
I didn't see you
The
here
music.
last night.
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious. Nothing.
Sorry. All this talk of the dead makes me very anxious.
He's filled with
Fair
dread.
enough.
They all...
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading? The police think it's me, don't they?
Yeah.
When should we do another reading?
Looks that way. Have you been feeling possessed lately?
Why possessed?
You're kidding, right?
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check. You're right. Don't say anything. You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
There's a handle, and then it kind of looks like a...
Oh, Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
What about?
Is something wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur?
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
What have you got to hide?
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Nice.
Do you love me?
I'm not going to say anything.
Why are you looking at me like that? Anyway, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about our
I could have gotten really awkward with the romance, but still. So
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do whatever it takes.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes.
Yes.
Then stop with the cloak and dagger stuff, alright?
Wants to, at least the person she's observing in the dream is not...
Didn't expect you to come back. Have you contacted Dorota?
No. Yes. She forgives you. Yes. She says you know who killed her. No.
Oh.
No.
So you've just come to see me?
I'm sorry the police ignored our prediction. Do you get on with Dorota's family?
It's okay. Just... How did you know? How did you come up with a name and then she's gone?
She's not gone. She's waiting to pass. How could someone even get into Dorota's bedroom?
The usual way. The front door. Like, it's a townhouse and she's on the 3rd floor. So, other than teleporting or a big ladder, that's the only way.
Do you get on with Dorota?
Not really. Especially not now. They're convinced I got her into the wrong crowd or something. Am I really a bad influence?
Well, you're a vicar's son.
Thanks, Bronwyn. I know it's a bit soon, but maybe we can grab coffee sometime? Just to chat about things.
No. Yes. That would be nice.
I like you, Bronwyn. How about soon? How about tonight? I can come to the guest house?
No, you can't. Sure.
So it's a date? Sort of. I'll see you soon. Hi. Hey. Hello. Sorry, I'm not used to dating so soon.
I'm actually not in the mood anymore. It's okay. We can take it slowly.
Oh, I wasn't sure I was thinking on doing anything, physical.
Get up on the bed. It's okay. We can talk. Just sit on the bed.
You can... A part of me wants to, like, be completely kinky about this, but nah. We'll play it straight. We won't ruin Bronwyn's reputation.
Thanks, Bronwyn. I'm still trying to make sense of it all.
Besides,
I noticed I've got some Earl Grey in the hallway. I know it sounds a bit rude, but I'd really like some if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll play it straight, because Bronwyn does seem like a very nice person.
The stakes are high.
But what else do you need?
Oh yeah, you need to balance. You need the balance.
Exactly, that's exactly right. So what the typebook refers to is actually the balance in your life.
Huh.
Now, you...
Alright. Now, Rain.
About your dream is that you're trying so hard to keep...
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
A normal human murder.
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveller.
Like in Birmingham?
Yeah, like in Birmingham.
Positive thing, then you should always be receiving positive things.
What do you think of Sam?
Oh, I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
Nice.
I hear Sam likes you too.
That is very. It is kind of nice that you can kind of get on with Lexi. I would personally, if I had to choose a woman from this thing to go out on a date with, I'd probably choose Bronwyn or Violet first. But that's just me. Yeah.
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
No, she's not bad. Lexi's not bad looking though.
That sounds like quite a horrible one to wake up.
Ah, Rain, can I help?
About last night.
Was there a problem?
My tap was tripping, but I fixed it. Where were you?
Well, if you need anything.
That's not possible.
Yeah, I'm not going to accuse
Robin,
her.
Because perhaps...
Alright, Lexi.
And they're feeling the pressure.
And then we return to Sam to talk to the other people.
Their family as they wanted to.
Dorota had a boyfriend.
Oscar, the guy I met this morning, the one I told you about. Yes.
What did he want?
Answers. Reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness.
Do you think he killed her?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
Now, from what I'm taking from this, Robin,
I feel sad for Oscar.
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves. We won't be able to finish our job.
Job?
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me say it.
Say.
Yeah, I won't make you say it.
So many of us that go through situations like this, so similar to yours, but please don't hesitate to reach out to those that you love.
You're so right, Monroe, and I think just by hearing your words, I think you can understand what's going on. I think that already could be the beginning of...
All right. And now we transform back into Sam to ask or to find the photographer.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe.
Although, maybe I'll talk to Lexi.
Could be
and see if she
interesting
can-
one.
Oh, never mind.
So this is coming from Marek, and they... It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update.
The
Chief
camera
DuPont
never
of August
lies.
Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder
Yep, new
of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found
More
strangled
oil
in her bedroom
paintings.
home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Nice.
Bring these things together.
Well, you weren't...
We're gonna visit the chief first.
Yep, that's what you told me too. Not a suspect. Violet told you about Mr. Hedges?
Yeah.
Mr. Hedges was one of August's homeless. Actually, probably our only homeless person. We're pretty well off here.
Huh. Huh, nice. Is that his actual name?
No, we called him Mr. Hedges because, well, that's where we found him.
He was a drunk.
I asked Violet to put him up one night, and of all the nights he could have died, he croaked it at the guest house.
Ah.
Violet thinks it's a big secret, but it's not. I'll spare you the details.
Okay. Yeah, they're lying about their alibis, but I'm not
Just gonna sit there and fidget.
Maybe.
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. You say Bromman and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Apparently,
I didn't
Lexi
say
used
that.
a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it.
Yep.
There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. And finally, you pull the name Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer? I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much. That's it.
Thanks for the recap.
The bag lady.
And now to the next
It's
chapter.
7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of
August update. Next
Time
chapter.
oozed like molasses, cowering in the closet, peering through the crack.
Sorry,
Alright,
we're
let's listen to
closed.
Zach.
Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Okay. Are you Zach Weston?
Yes. What do you want? The Shores. Oh, you mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
You've never met Deruta?
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota, I remember now.
You photographed Deruta?
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Did she come to
No,
the
I
studio?
went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
Uh-huh. So you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Okay. Was that the only time you met
No,
her,
actually,
though?
I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Okay.
As you can see.
Yeah.
There's photos here. Her on the cello. Yeah. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh. Legs wrapped around.
Nice and
Another
classy.
one here. Ooh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
What? What do you see?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
Ha. Okay. Did you take any other pictures of Dorado?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
I don't think I like what you're implying, Detective. Is that all?
You're friends with Violet?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well. Sometimes we share a drink, sometimes a bed, if you know what I mean.
Yep. You don't... See, sometimes it's actually nice to just let them talk, you know, like you don't have to ask the silly questions.
Here.
Or not the silly questions,
usually
but
here
the
most
questions. Okay. Working late?
I live here, Detective. Long story short, I'm divorced. My wife got the house, my business is all I have left.
Huh.
First victim. A homeless lady named Beth.
Alright. Did you know Zach Weston?
No. Who's that?
He's a photographer.
Never heard of him. Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
No, I meant professional photos.
I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Yeah, let's not ask to give ourselves away here.
I found out I'm not a good liar. I wanted to be guilty, but I don't think she is.
The bag lady
Well,
gasped its bile
that
stained
works.
mouth over my own and regurgitated a worm-like thing. No thicker than its fingers, but longer.
Ugh. Why are you
Involuntary-
telling me the story? Let's just ask the questions of everybody else and then shapeshift into others.
Do we really have to?
Kinda.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
Aww. Why doesn't he act like it?
He thinks he's irresistible to women.
Is he?
No.
Thank you for the curt answer. Whoa! Hey, hi?
The bag lady's worm inside my brain.
Who is that?
Small talk with the servers at the restaurant. Not this one.
I think
The
that
worm
was
had
just
to be
literally
told
like almost like a
incessantly.
jump scare, like hee hee. You see this now, huh?
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
The eyes of the people I spoke with, and they looked into mine.
No.
And the worm.
Okay. Ooh, you're looking there. You're looking a wee bit shaky there, Rain.
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he... Oh no. He did mention Dorota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
So Birmingham?
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah.
Its thing?
We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact.
Interesting.
The Traveller wanted 3.
And 3. Yeah, it's always 3. 3 is the magic number.
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Tell me about travelers.
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
Why demons?
Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travelers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons.
Ah, travelers can inhabit us?
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
Damn. Huh. Yeah, so that basically makes us a traveler. Da-da-da-da. Kinda.
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
So you think our murderer is a
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Some color on there as well. I think it's like a...
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Aww. In other words,
what I think I can see
you can't talk to
is
them
perhaps
right
2
now.
people in combat.
Alright, well, let's shapeshift now. Oh yeah, and you'll see that they're indisposed. So, yeah.
You made was that it might be people hugging, but most people, apparently most people, erotic scene.
Nope.
It's a painted leaden plates from the Khazars, and as such, it's over 1,000 years old.
Chief? Again?
Did Dorota have any online friends?
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Go to any clubs or groups?
She helped out at a Rainbows group. I think it's like Cub Scouts for little kids. Did that with her mum. But, I don't know. Unless she was strangled by a 9-year-old.
Never rule it out.
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
Yeah.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw. What type of photos?
What type of photos do you take?
For the paper. Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography? Dirty pictures?
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants. Are you asking for yourself, or...?
Ha!
It's for the case.
Don't be facetious.
Don't be facetious.
Of course.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Uh-huh.
Was that the first time you met her? The scholarship to Juilliard?
That's right. We exchanged a few pleasantries.
Uh-huh.
I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
Okay.
When was this?
A few weeks ago.
Okay.
To Deputy Dream Interpreter.
I mean, keep going the way you're going and I might be out of a job.
Oh, we need you, Alice.
Alright, now let's go with Rain first. We're gonna
you're-
save
what you're having dreams about here, so it's
Zach
your grocery
and or
shop.
Violet for later.
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents
Yes.
had when they died. We are literally
Aw.
sitting in my inheritance.
Aw, not a bad
How did
inheritance,
your
all things
parents die?
considered.
They believed in tough love. I'd get the belt. The littlest
Oh.
thing.
Ugh.
Toughened me up.
Any
Suppose
siblings?
so.
No. I'm an only child. I always remember being dressed as a boy once for Auntie Margaret's wedding. I was to be page boy because flower girl had already been taken.
Oh boy.
My parents preferred me that way. It was only when I cried they said they were joking. They always wanted a son.
Aww.
And I hope she takes some wonderful.
I don't think I actually ever got that dialogue
Thank you for
before
your
from
dreams.
Violet. I think
You're listening to
yeah,
Radio
some of these
Dark Nights.
Vanessa,
yeah,
read
some of
by
them
Tex Murphy. The hole in her chest is the size of a cigarette. I can see straight through
Oh,
it
yeah.
from where I sit.
some of them
gun.
very interesting.
6 weeks.
To say the least.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
Sure thing, mate.
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay.
Great. Well, I'll see you soon.
About to get caught. Wait a minute.
Okay
I call
then.
towards the door.
That was weird.
Think. Quickly pulling up. I search for some kind of solution. Pretzel, postcard.
Anyways.
Pickle-shaped cufflinks. And there it is, in the bottom drawer, the patchwork quilt Mom sent.
Alright, well, let's talk to, or let's do Zach here first, and then we'll,
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
yes, he feels like a very suave
We've had a
man
report of
indeed.
gunshots coming from this building. Didn't hear a thing, I tell her, smiling sheepish.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
Runs her fingers across the back of my couch.
Ooh.
Alpaca?
Damn,
nod,
boy.
worriedly. She
Tell
nods
him how you
appreciatively.
really feel.
I protest as she sits down. She's definitely sitting on Vanessa's bleeding body.
Ah, so I can only visit
She's armed,
with
so I'll
Violet.
need to be quicker.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
No funny business.
Huh.
I'm still not ready.
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
happy Dorota's dead?
Not ready to get it on?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me. Why'd you think that?
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
Oh.
You were there. You saw the photos.
You saw the photos?
I've seen all your photos, Zach.
Uh-oh.
All of them.
Uh-oh.
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway,
Oh.
I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
No, silly. I mean like this.
Not anymore.
She curls a finger to...
Interesting. The plot thickens. Violet.
It's your lucky day, she says. Yeah, you know what? Right. I just got away with murder. It's my lucky day, I say. She places a softly scented palm on my forehead. She's your ornament now.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
This guy.
Did you hear about Dorota? I came over last night, but you weren't here. Did you hear?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Locals? Were you sleeping with her?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
Nah.
That's not what I heard.
Don't sulk. You'll put lines in your face. I know what'll make you feel better.
Well, this came out of nowhere. I'm not blowing my cover. Well, that came out of nowhere.
Wow, I didn't expect it to feel like that. What's going on, Violet? Why are you letting me touch you now?
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Uh-oh.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
It took time for her.
Whoops.
Demon knew. Sooner or later.
Okay, I might have
and there would be
created a bit of an awkward timeline there with
demon was nothing
with Zach.
if not
I
patient,
unintentionally
but
mentioned it. But yeah, okay, so now we go back to Sam, and then we're pretty much done with this part of the investigation now.
Girl trapped in his teeth.
Unless there's anything
when she
else.
would finally
no? Okay.
cut her strings and fly. There was an
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Heh, nice. Alright, next chapter now.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
Sorry.
It's a Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
And they draw the same cards each.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands.
Oh, look, it's the Knight of Wands.
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552.
Gee, thanks, Rain.
I get asked a lot.
Nice, Rain.
That's a Ten of Swords.
$5? Yep, 10 of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Monroe.
Monroe? The radio host?
She succumbed to the sickness, or tried at least.
Dun dun dun. So now we actually have to save the radio host, Monroe, which, I mean, I guess you could argue maybe it's not a spoiler because I don't know whether the adventures of Poe and Monroe take place, or Late Nights with Poe and Monroe, the game, if it actually takes place before or after
Girls
this
almost
game.
never get it right on the first try. Her
So,
red
yeah,
hair
let's,
fanned out around
visit
her.
Ellis. Who's Ellis?
She laid back.
I don't know. You know Alice Monroe?
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ellis Monroe. Have you met her?
Couple of times, promo shoots, that sort of thing.
Okay.
No, she is my type though. Type of model. I'll ask her about the boudoir shoot again.
Ah.
No more.
Why am I not surprised?
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Okay.
Doctors, the ones who cared enough to see the signs, helped her, or tried at least.
We'll talk to Ellis here.
You must be sad.
Yeah, the lovely Miss Monroe. Yes, lovely Miss Monroe. You are. I think you can save her.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
Did you know Dorota?
Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long. Only a few weeks. We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess...
Yep.
We talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
What happened after the show?
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So, I kissed her back.
Ah, I see. Well, I guess Violet was right about one thing. Dorota did have that kind of hoish vibes, if you will.
This is just between us, right?
Uh-huh.
We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me.
That's
I get lonely. But
that's true.
Dorota was
that
my
makes
friend,
sense.
and I liked making her happy.
Oh my. Yeah. That's true.
Poe and Dorota, people I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants.
Right.
Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
Oh my. You think the murderer watched her in the same way?
The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
He's got an alibi.
That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew.
Perhaps.
Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
Perhaps. Know why Dorota owns
It was
a
her
wedding dress?
mom's. She was saving it in case she ever got married.
Well, ain't that convenient? Like most normal people do. You store a wedding dress in your closet.
We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
2 years. Aw, that's nice.
He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30.
Well, ain't that convenient?
On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding.
Well, ain't that convenient? Especially in the world of August, or the small town of August.
Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show.
Right. What do you think of him?
He's fine. He keeps asking me to pose for him. You know, without any clothes on. I always say no.
Mm-hmm.
No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up.
Huh.
What do you think that
That
means,
is an
Sam?
interesting dream. That is an interesting dream. That is an interesting dream.
I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine.
Possible. What do you want me to do?
Just don't hurt me. Or let me get hurt.
Okay. Ah!
Sam, you forgot your phone.
Oh, thank you.
Ability, perhaps, to be the person you wish you could be. But Lena, the thing.
Let's see. Nope, he has no new dialogue.
Thank you for
Nope,
your
he has
dreams.
new dialogue.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark.
Alright, now let's talk to the people in the house
Owen
before we
Munro.
move on with
The
the investigation
Read
by
by
shape-shifting
John
into other
Mark
people.
Clausen.
Hey, Jekno! Zap! Another great streamer. This kid again.
Excellent
With Violet,
work. Gold star for you.
Oh,
hello.
Well, at least he's not a ghost.
This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's over
Aw.
9 and she's a maths genius. Hello.
Aw.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
What's your name?
Sam.
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret?
Thank you. Yes, Sam?
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. Shh. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you?
Nice transition. Sophia mentioned aliens.
She has a wicked imagination for her age.
Is that why you're taking pills?
I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there. That's why I'm taking pills.
Okay. Have you told
I
anyone
needed
else
to
about
confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you.
Well,
apparently.
Yeah, your secret's safe with me. You think you were abducted last night?
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
Okay.
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
Ha 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 ha. Have you ever met her?
Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something. I don't remember now.
Look, the chief said you'd tell me about your about the abduction. That's actually, and I think this is a new dialogue option for me.
I don't really want to. About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. A cold tap.
Huh.
Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped.
Huh.
That was the first time they took me.
This is actually brand new to me. I don't actually remember going down this dialogue path with Violet before.
It's happened 5 times. Even on clozapine. I get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal.
Aw, I'm sorry, I just want to hug you.
No. I have certain flashbacks.
I just wanna hug her and tell her that it'll be alright.
It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others, heads, all prisoners, being experimented on.
I won't pry
Jumped up on the bed
further.
and Noah leaned forward to nuzzle her nose. Have you brought something for Mummy?
Alright, Bronwyn. What do you got?
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though.
I'm sure you do.
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
They're both redheads?
Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead.
Ha! Nice.
A little bit. What did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony.
Ah, so like the Predator's first hunt.
We've all known about them for hundreds of years. We just know them by different names. Demons, skinwalkers, Jack the Ripper. They're all travelers.
Huh. Were there 3 victims before?
3 is a
Why were there 3
powerful
victims?
number. There's a divine balance to it in our universe anyway. But maybe it doesn't mean anything where the traveler's from. Maybe 3 is just the carry-on limit for interdimensional travel.
3 souls. Darude had a coin in her mouth. Part of the right?
Was it a gold coin?
Yes.
I should have known. That's the same as Birmingham. Although they beheaded the victims, they all had gold coins in their mouths. It's their way of marking their territory to prove it's their work.
Interesting.
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Yes. A reading on the dirty photographer.
Chariot. Is Zach a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it?
It's enough. I need your help.
Yes, of course. Anything.
Keep an eye on Violet.
Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you?
That's
Leave
fine,
it with
you
me,
know.
I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.
I'm sure you can, Bronwyn.
Perhaps a Chinese dragon?
You know Alice
I know the
Monroe?
name. She's off the radio. Hard to get away from it in this town.
Well,
in Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all
Ironic.
3 girls within hours of each other. And we couldn't stop it.
Hmm.
He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
Did it work?
The Butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveller.
Guard against evil.
Particularly
Interesting.
August at the moment.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help. Yes,
want to
please
help?
use me. Tell me what to do.
Okay, I have a few options. Find out what you can from the Ouija board.
You got it. Me and the spirit world are going to have a serious chat. I'll get back to you when I find something.
She wants to change into something else. But because it's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this.
We're gonna keep investigating because I didn't shapeshift into anybody.
You know what? You are so close, Poe. So, Helen, firstly, thank you very much for writing in and speaking to us. I would
Sorry
like to
about
just
that.
say to you
I feel
that
like a fool.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Comforting thought. Alright. We're gonna go down the line here.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't
Well, I was
invested,
close,
we
but
hadn't
your
actually
explanation's
talked
so much
to anybody.
Claude?
Yeah, because we hadn't actually talked to anybody here.
Today I've brought in a really cool...
Chief!
Why didn't you tell me Ellis was next?
I told you Dorota was first. And that didn't turn out very well, did it? Let's hope Sam does a better job than you did.
And then it's wearing a hat. And it's made of stone. It kind of look like semi-precious black eyes. With a hat
Okay,
on.
well, maybe this won't take nearly as long,
making a
and then
very
we
good
continue the
point there with
chapter.
the alien look, but it's quite.
Chief, I wanted to ask you something.
Is it about the boudoir? What did you want to ask?
Am I still a
What do you want
suspect?
to ask? No.
Okay. Good. Listen, I think I might get out of this place soon. I need some space.
Is it about the boudoir photos?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's true then?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen that.
Just
I'm
in
sorry.
shock. All the time. How could she be so different? I just can't process it all.
Perhaps.
Poor guy.
Now we're nosed.
Chief DuPont. Thanks for calling in.
I'm just checking you're safe.
At the moment, my heart's beating 1,000 times a minute and I can't sit still. Every noise or knock on the door makes me jump out of my skin, and I keep looking behind me. Is that
Yeah.
safe?
No.
Have I ever let you down? What's really worrying you?
That you're just saying you're doing things when you're not actually doing anything. What's the plan, Chief DuPont? How do we stop this from happening? How do we stop me from dying?
I know.
But it's small as well, and it has 3 circles attached.
Well, I guess I don't have the answer.
But I'm not sure. I mean...
Whoopsie daisy.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what
why,
else to
why
use it
would
for.
people, in ancient times, why might people...
Nope.
Would they tie it around themselves?
Rain.
Maybe?
I mean, to be fair, there isn't really a
Theme that
reason
we've
for them
visited before
to
on our
engage
shows.
with
It's a
characters.
Bronze Age
Maybe I'm
amulet that
misremembering,
you
because
circle.
I could have swore you had
It
the
was
shapeshift,
excavated
or
at
you could
Brindley
get caught as a shapeshifter at some point.
Circle within August. Legend said.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of the rota.
I don't want to see pictures of your conquests.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl holding a cello. What
What
do you see?
Beautiful lady. I can make you look like that, Violet. You just need to let me.
And he looks like he's in quite a lot of...
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Where could he be from? This man.
I'm
Sure.
not sure, actually. He's maybe a
I
Buddhist?
feel a little foolish, though, that I didn't, check with all these beforehand, but I guess, I didn't exhaust all the dialogue options.
I suppose he's
Yeah.
wearing,
Oh, and I actually
robes. He's wearing a monk, yes.
Well,
I actually meant to, visit, or go with
Who is
Bronwyn,
Sophia?
but never mind.
You saw her, did you? She's my goddaughter, at that age where she overshares.
Is she a ghost?
Tut. The king ordered that Busan be shrunk
Yeah, I don't
by
think that
mystics.
she's a ghost, so...
What is it,
that would
Ray?
be rude.
I have a plan.
You do? Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with us.
Maybe Ellis should stay with us.
With our track record. If she gets killed anywhere near us, we'll be sent to jail, whether we did it or not.
That's cold.
Okay.
I know it seems harsh, but without us, who's saving the rest of the world?
Toyota, clutching his
Well,
spare magazine.
not sure.
Hi, Rain. Did you miss me while I was gone?
So, Ellis Munro.
I'm honestly not going to try and worry about this one. We've told Sam, and I think that's all we can do.
Okay.
Really? Well, what's Sam going to do?
I believe Sam is going to save Ellis. According to the Ouija, this
God.
could play out in a lot of different ways, but mostly saving Ellis.
Okay.
What other ways?
Ellis could run, Ellis could die, Ellis could be saved, mistaken identity, someone else dies. There's a lot of noise coming from the beyond, but it's not just a load of voices saying Ellis will die. Sam's got this.
Oh, goody.
I may have time to take all 8 shots before Emma reaches me. She's fast.
Okay, we're getting interesting
Give me the hit.
here.
She
We're getting
twists,
interesting stuff here.
pulling out his spine. I grabbed his gun.
Haven't you done enough predicting my death?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault. Well, unless you're the killer.
No.
Have you made a decision about the show?
I think it's a no. Sorry. It's just the reading that you gave me the other day. I don't want to scare off the audience.
Why would I scare off your listeners?
They don't want to hear talk of death and darkness. Well, they do, if it's in a story. But you can't tell them they're going to die.
Right.
I said you were going to die?
You didn't say you're going to die, just like that, but I remember the death card. And the devil. And you said it was... What was the word you used? My challenge. That I needed to die so I could be free from my chains. I know you said it doesn't mean literal death, but maybe it does.
Directly for me.
The
second shot clips her side.
Interesting.
The third misses. She vaults from the puddle at the base of the ramp, her hospital gown smothered.
Interesting. We getting some new... Well, again, not necessarily new stuff so much as I don't remember
Devin
it.
slows her approach
That's
to a
not
stagger.
terrible
The 8
either.
forces her to her knee.
Do you believe Tara can predict things now?
I'm not one for mystics and crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
What has that got to do with the
It
price
says
of
you're
tea in
lying about
China?
So, no. I don't believe.
Jimmy's empty gun falls to the floor.
What a day. Ellis Monroe, then. Looks like our traveller likes redheads.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Should we be worried about Violet?
Maybe. She thinks she was abducted by aliens.
Then that possibly means she's already been a traveller target. What else did she say?
Something about being in a row of heads?
So they're killing us for sport. Sounds about right.
That alpaca couch is bleeding out on.
That's actually brand new
I've done a
dialogue.
bad
I
thing.
hadn't heard that
Ron.
one before.
What are we going to do about Ellis?
What would you do about Ellis?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's think. What have we tried before?
The few times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Talking to them? Restraining them?
Restraining them?
If we lock up the killer until Mercury tells us Ellis is safe, that could work. But who is the killer?
Ellis. Zach. Violet. Rain.
I gotta give an answer.
Chief Rain. Chief Dupont. Zach.
I think so too. I need a reason to visit him though.
But I quickly stuff it down the back of my pants. It's hot.
Okay.
Officer Peters looks me up and down. Not as hot as the gun in the back of my pants. Yes, officer?
Okay.
Coming from this building?
Oh.
Who are you?
New scene.
What are you doing in my house? Get out now before I call the police!
Okay.
Right.
Well,
She runs
that
her
was
fingers across
awkward.
the back of my couch. Alpaca.
So, why did
I
she let
nod,
Rain
worried
in,
like
but not
she nods.
Bronwyn? Okay, then. That's weird.
He's sitting on Vanessa's bleeding body. 20 flights?
Nope.
It's soft, she says.
Lexicorn, how thin are these walls?
Lexicorn?
Thin?
I can hear you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story.
What did you hear?
Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Why not?
Nice. Because you're immortal? Also, does Sam like me? Is Violet a
Because you're
lesbian?
immortal.
Aye. I am Bronwyn MacLeod from the Clan MacLeod, and I am immortal. You silly badger.
God damn it. I knew Bronwyn was a Scottish name, but I don't remember if in my first playthrough if she actually referenced the fucking Highlander movie. Oh my god, that's awesome.
I told you to think that you'd shot me, and you did.
Sorry, that's awesome. I'm crying now.
Our
That's so
job is
funny.
so stressful.
Tell me
No
about
kidding.
it. Chasing around the unknown, trying to triumph good over evil, generally standing around helpless watching people die.
Why do we do it?
For me, it's a common decency thing. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Did you know the Earth was overrun by transdimensional evil? Want to help fix it? Sure.
Transdimensional evil?
I'll read the manual, Lex. People are afraid of ghosts, zombies, and aliens. They never even think to consider the possibility that there are millions of universes, potentially with millions of predators, all far more evolved than we are. What are our chances of victory? Minuscule. But if we don't fight at all, 0.
Touché.
Now, what could the object I've just handed to you be?
I have never seen it. So,
Let's see.
Sorry,
what
we're
Zach has.
closed. Unless you're here for something else.
Oh boy.
I'm a friend of Dorota's.
Dorota, I'm sorry about what happened.
Dorota told me things about you. Can I come in?
It's a bit late, but I think I could spare a few minutes.
Oh, come on. We know.
Sorry,
you'll
I
never
didn't
leave.
catch your name.
Lexi.
Lexi. I like it. It's got an edge.
Dorota says she knew you. You're dating Violet, aren't you? I know what you did to Dorota. Dorota says she knew you.
Yeah, she had a portrait session with me. Can I get you a drink?
No thanks.
He's got one of those crystal skulls.
A little bit won't hurt.
You're dating Violet, aren't you? I know what you did to Dorota. You're dating Violet, aren't you?
No, we're just friends.
That's not what you told. That's not what Violet thinks. That's not what you told Sam. That's not what Violet thinks.
Violet doesn't always see things clearly. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to handle her.
Doesn't see what clearly? What do you mean?
You know, some women, they think a bunch of flowers means a relationship. Anyway, why are we talking about Violet? Let's talk about you.
I know what you did to Dorota.
This guy.
I didn't do anything to Dorota.
You killed her. You seduced her.
You make it sound so sordid. Dorota didn't do anything she didn't want to.
I must set free. Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. There you go, Alice. What's this object? What do you think?
Let's see, does Oscar have anything?
It's like an Asian animal.
I doubt very much she does, but it'll be
animal do
interesting
you
to
think
see.
it might be?
He's pretty much a
Perhaps
non-factor in this
a
game anymore,
Chinese
Oscar,
dragon?
so...
Dragon.
Or a lion with
Yes.
wings?
You're
A
right.
winged lion? Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Huh.
Were you seeing Dorota?
Nice.
Oscar, it's so much
Yeah.
more complicated than that.
Why didn't you save her? Is it really? Tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oscar, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. That's not who I am. I go out of my way to help people, to be kind to them.
I believe you.
So were you helping or being kind?
I had feelings for her, Oscar. You should understand that. I'm sorry this is how you had to hear it. But maybe she didn't tell you because she was leaving me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I truly am.
I do want to save her.
That's so kind of you. Giving me closure. I have so many loose ends. And not much time. Sun goes down, and I feel my skin.
Aww.
I huddle down and wait for the sunrise, hoping to become a butterfly.
That was like literally the only
But
thing
when
I could
the sun
do.
comes up, I'm still a cat.
Excuse
Now,
me.
Poe.
I'm saving Monroe for last. Let's see what Mr. Suave has
So
to
she's
say to other people.
I think we should break up. I need to talk about...
What have you been doing with Alice Monroe?
What haven't I been doing? What have you heard?
The tarot readers have predicted that she's the next victim. Do you think we should do something?
Want to fool around?
There's no other option.
Is that really all you think about? Starting to look like August has a serial killer targeting redheads. Look at my hair, Zach. Does this look red to you?
I think we...
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Curiosity Shop. Here today.
I actually think clearer than other ones we've had on previous shows. This one is also heavy. Everything seems to be made out of wood. This one
Alright,
has got...
last...
Zach, what are you doing here?
Oh.
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Ah! I can't get out of this. I gotta do this now.
Good to know. I'm not one of them, though, so... Unless there's anything else?
Pose for me.
Okay.
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Just undo a few buttons. Yeah?
Should I really go through with this creepy guy thing? Let's see how far we take it before we get punched in
Are
the
you
face.
bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zach, before I call Chief DuPont. I'm honest. At first, because of the handle, I thought maybe
Oh boy.
a weapon of combat, but then if I look at it more closely, I would...
Now, Ellis. And then we move on.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
You have impeccable hairstyle today.
Thank you very much.
It is a reflecting mirror.
No. Okay.
It was used
No.
for
Okay.
teleportation. Look in the mirror,
No.
close
Okay.
your eyes, and you're there.
Should we try it now?
No, I've tried it.
Oh.
Maybe it works for you.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's nothing with Monroe.
Okay, so I'm just gonna imagine somewhere. And...
Nope, nothing with Monroe. All right.
She's gone, listeners. It's amazing.
All right, back to Sam.
And I can't do it without you, Poe.
Oh, that's curiosity shop.
Okay, we've gone through everything for this chapter.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and...
Dark Nights
The
with
Bag
Poe and
Lady
Monroe.
by David F.
I'm just double checking.
What do you know about it?
Yeah, maybe that's why she's taking pills.
It's probably a bit more nuanced than that, but maybe.
I don't need you to refresh me on what
It's
we know.
9
Let's
o'clock
go
and
forward.
you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of
Redheads
21-year-old
have more
Dorota
fun.
Shaw are
Okay.
continuing this evening.
All right.
Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Aww. All right, next.
The head was a monstrous mouth of a...
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news.
Ha! What have you got on rain?
Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record.
Nice.
He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts.
Uh-oh. When was this?
About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Who's behind you?
in the mud.
Well,
Limbs
thank you for
slowed
that.
With each straining step.
Excuse me.
And then...
Alright.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions, it's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Thank you for coming.
Led straight into its mind. A cold, dark...
Where are you going to be?
Probably
for the
right
next few
here.
hours?
Why? I didn't realise I was under house arrest.
You should probably go somewhere there are witnesses.
Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
You're not.
There, like a shell for
But you
hermit
should
crab.
be.
I agreed to help the
Excuse
bag
me.
lady with its disguise. Yes, I agreed to
We're
help.
gonna talk to the people in the guest
I
house
thought to the
first,
bag
then we'll
lady that it will
transform.
do no good.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach.
Okay. Have you seen Zach
No.
lately?
And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up.
Alright, well that's my cue.
Yes.
Important news?
if he ever shows up.
I love this actress. She's awesome. Whoa! Whoa. Uh-oh. Violet, what are you gonna do?
House lair, and the entity had devoured her and taken her form with a horrifying.
Sorry, Sam. What can I do for you?
Sorry. You alright?
Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Lexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far. What if we can't make a change?
Oh, I'm here. Things have already changed.
Maybe. If we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to.
Yeah? Yeah. Do you know a Lawrence Petrosky?
It rings a bell, but no. Sorry, Sam. Yes.
Huh.
She's definitely got a monkey on her back. I saw her get changed. She's got all these scars on her back in the shape of a monkey. Like they've been burned into her. What the hell happened to her, Sam?
She's got. I love how she said she's got a monkey on her back. No, not a monkey like metaphor. The metaphor, like a monkey scar.
Yes, I managed to sneak a look at her laptop. She's been googling Ellis Munro.
Not this one. The worm had to be told when.
How do you catch?
Honestly, you don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them, continuously trying to stop them ruining lives.
Ah, so it is like Doctor Who. Can you force them to leave?
No, but they don't like being exposed. If Mercury pointed them out, they're already in trouble.
How can you tell?
We'd do a reading. Mercury would know.
Tell me about Lawrence Petrosky.
Now that's someone I get mistaken for all the time. It's not me. Chief Dupont has made a mistake.
And the murdered girl?
I don't know what you're talking about, Detective.
Tell me about Hong Kong.
It's a lovely place. It has the third most high-rise buildings of any city in the world.
Perhaps his story was embellished for.
Okay then. What can you tell me
He's
about
off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help.
Okay.
Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you.
Aren't I supposed to ask a question?
This is just a general reading. You don't need a question.
Okay.
No, the 2 of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently? The lovers.
That's my way of seeing
I
you.
did not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally,
You're rigging this up.
the Knight
Rigging
of
this up, aren't
Cups.
you?
This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow.
Uh-huh.
What an interesting reading. Does
In other
it mean
words-
anything to you?
Yes. Yeah, it means I should ask you out on a date if we survive this. Yes, indeed.
You catch on quickly, don't you, Sam? Quite a lot, but I'm not sure how much of it is useful. Apparently this town has a lot of spirits with a lot of unfinished business.
Okay.
One woman was looking for her daughter, and there was a girl looking for her mum. It was awful. They were both there, but they couldn't see each other. I couldn't help them. Yes,
Anything on
the
the
general
murders?
message is anyone that tries to stop Ellis dying will be punished. Sam, be careful, please.
Okay.
A who, what, patrols what?
That's Rain's real name.
I don't think so.
Our idle chatter. I pieced together fragments
Why
of
don't you believe
Tenzin's
me?
story.
Alright, well,
Don't
let's
confirm the
shapeshift into
existence
people
of
then.
travelers. They're not ready.
Okay. Thank you for that. Let's just go down the list here.
Hi,
I close my eyes as the concrete
And then,
rises up.
yeah.
Did you get a call from my doctor?
Your doctor did call.
Yes.
Did you tell her I was being compliant?
Yes.
I said you were taking the pills.
Thank you, Claude. I won't forget that.
You said you saw other heads when you were taken.
Yes. Other girls, younger than me.
Oh.
Nobody I recognised. They all had red
Okay.
hair.
Oh
Do you think this
boy.
place is nearby?
Maybe. If there's some kind of film studio or something. The place didn't look like this place. My memories are vivid and clouded at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I see.
I dive.
Dreams.
Okay.
At night.
Yeah, he's
Tell me
skittish
about Hong
AF.
Kong.
He's
What does
skittish
the maid-
AF.
About yay high, beard, thick rim glasses. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Tell me about
Ooh.
Hong Kong.
If you know about Hong Kong, then I don't have to tell you anything. It's all in that report that you've clearly read.
Yeah, I think it has several interesting elements to
Interesting.
it.
Yeah, he's guilty, or he's looking guilty AF.
I haven't asked
Oh,
you
hey,
about
Lexi.
Zach yet.
Until a few hours ago, I never heard of the guy. Creepy as fudge, if you ask me.
Thanks, Lexi. It's always a pleasure.
Anything for you, Chief?
And then
Nice.
never falling and never
Ron's
hitting the
gone,
wall.
though.
I mean, that is kind of lost to go.
Nothing for him.
Later thoughts. I'm hoping that you.
Nothing for him.
Chief DuPont. Grave news indeed.
Will Ellis be safe with you?
I don't know why. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought, like, I tried to put, like, a face to the guy playing Poe, but I couldn't do it. And then I realized he just kind of looks like an amalgamation of a couple different people to me. Namely, Yahtzee Croshaw and the nostalgia critic Doug Walker. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things.
No. She wants me to keep broadcasting. which means I'll be booth-bound for most of the night. She'd be safer at home, with someone protecting her.
Can't I get someone else to handle the radio?
And murder Poe and Monroe? No, Chief DuPont. Alice couldn't take that. Not tonight. We did think of asking you to do a guest evening at some point, though, if you're interested.
No, I don't want to dilute my brand. I would love to.
Then I will pencil you in, Chief. It will be an honor and a privilege. Sorry, I must go back to the broadcast. The radio, she calls me like a siren, and she must be obeyed.
The sharks don't seem to notice you because you're just carrying on as normal. But Marek, what I'd like to say to you is that maybe you...
Alright. We'll go with Zach first.
You don't necessarily need to give them.
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
Oh boy.
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
Dun
I was
dun
at the
dun.
No, you weren't. That detective's not stupid. DuPont might be, but not Sam. They'll put 2 and 2 together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You were spying on me.
I followed you there, then back to the studio. You lied to the police. You lied to me.
Oh.
Done with you. We're finished. Don't come back here again.
Ooh.
Syndrome, which is actually quite... It's actually quite a... But what I can say to you, Simeon, is believing in yourself. It's very important that you believe in happen to you, then please just embrace them.
Alright,
Embrace them and keep moving forward and keep striving. Thank you for your dreams.
Good evening, Zachary.
Ooh! Nice!
That's for being
Got
a creep with Alice. Now get out of my radio station.
From what I can see,
Good job, Bo.
it's like I suppose...
I actually have not seen that
babies?
before, so that was nice.
And then it's wearing a hat.
Let's see.
And it's made of stone.
Excuse me. Alright. Rain, then the ladies.
Very good point there
And
with
after
the
that,
alien look.
Take back over with
But
Zach to
it's
talk
quite a-
to Poe and Monroe.
Why do you think the killer's chosen Ellis?
I have absolutely no idea. I'm a redhead. I suppose I should feel left out.
I picked it up on eBay.
Touché.
It's getting closer, isn't it?
What's getting close? Do you think this John Pope is involved?
Who's John Pope?
I doubt it. As far as I know, they're live on air a lot of the time, and not sure he could have nipped out, murdered Dorota, and made it back for the news at 10.
So it could be him.
John
then.
Poe. John Poe, right, okay.
It could be anyone. It could be you, Ray.
What's getting closer?
The event. Whatever's going to happen to Ellis. I can feel it.
Read by Jessie Cox.
Okay.
She must be early 20s.
Hey.
How's the Ouija?
Sam's asked if I can get anything else out of this. It's full of wit and repartee as per usual. Dead people have a lot of time on their hands.
Gee, I wonder why.
Clouded sky picks out highlights in the water as it travels past jutting rocks and calming juxtaposition to the life.
Nope.
Coughing violently and
Rain, what an unexpected pleasure. Maybe you could help me with something.
No, sure.
When you were here yesterday, you don't recall seeing a small green velvet pouch anywhere, do you?
No.
Well, keep your eyes peeled. The pouch contains Augustian gold coins, believed to have been part of Mary August's original hoard. Oh, sorry, you don't know the town's origin story, do you? Suffice to say,
no.
If you see them, please return them to me. They're in the pouch for a reason. If anyone comes into contact with them, bad things happen. I have to be on air in a minute. Another time, maybe.
And then more worriedly,
dun dun dun.
Who are you?
Interesting.
Looking down at her semi-naked,
well,
blood-drenched
we know
body,
then that Poe
the girl
has
sighs
the
and
coins,
turns
and
her
we know
attention to Long.
that the coins are tied to the town's origin. Interesting. Excuse me.
I did them a favor, and I got a meeting with you. Draws her robes tightly, steps off the dais.
What can we do to help Ellis?
Haven't we done enough? Not many people get to know when they're going to die, let alone get the chance to avoid it. We've given Ellis a huge advantage.
So what should we do? Do you really think she's got a chance?
Let's just say she's got a pretty good head start. Doesn't mean she's going to win.
Go back to hell, or wherever it is you came from.
Bron, I thought about the whole restraining thing, and it's really hard to ask someone if they mind you tying them up for a while. I did a thing for Sam anyway. It might have helped.
What are you doing now?
I don't know. I don't want to lie about my alibi again, though. What should I do?
Log into Tarotasm. Stay with me.
Good idea. I'll stay in my room, log in, and wait for you to give me the all clear. Then they'll know I'm not a suspect. You're the best.
Aw, hug.
Roll into the back of his skull. He stops moving. The stream flows smoothly in the distance. The girl in Lung's jacket. She hits speed. Mom? Hit? I know. It was the detective you hired. He tried to kill me. I know. She puts the phone back, and her hand stops. It moves as if it has a mind of its own. Tries to resist the movement, but it's too strong. It darts into the jacket. She sighs.
I followed you to Dorota's last night.
Are you insane? Why did you follow me, you stupid bitch?
Ooh,
You
show me your
killed
true colors
Dorota.
now.
You had sex with Dorota.
I absolutely did not.
Then what did happen?
She texted me to come over. Then she asked me to watch her play with herself from a distance. She likes people to watch, didn't you know? It's probably best if we didn't see each other for a while. You know where the door is.
Yes.
And Violet, I'm actually a bit tied up at the moment. Well, in danger, actually.
Kind of looks like a non-functional wood.
But it's heavy, like really heavy.
Huh.
Okay, I'm going to explain.
All right.
The reason why it's heavy, it's in fact an Egyptian wool.
Hang on here. Alright, so I'm going to change into Lexi really quick.
Comes from an ancient burial ground called...
I'm going to be back. I just need to grab something really quick. And then I will be right back. I'm going to try to finish at least the playthrough of this tonight. So give me 1 second. BRB. All right, and I'm back. So yeah, let us continue, shall we?
This particular.
Do you think you're a suspect?
Not that I know of. Chief Dupont asks me for favours, so I think I'd know.
That's nice.
Did Zach kill Dorota?
No. I saw Dorota look out of the window after he left.
So, we have Gabby's dream.
It's going to be soon. Whatever happens to Alice, it will be soon.
I can't remember if you can save Ellis or not.
How do you know it's going
I know
to be
I
soon?
didn't. I know I didn't save her the first time. I don't think.
I can sense it. Are you not picking anything up, Lex? There's a traveller nearby.
No. How do you know all this?
Mescaline mainly, but I don't recommend you try it. Do you really want to hear this?
Yes.
Yes.
At uni, I read a book by Aldous Huxley called The Doors of Perception. He takes mescaline and basically trips his balls off. And the party girl I used to be thought, yay. My experience wasn't anything like his, though.
I see things.
People looked like tiny rainbow outlines. And I would notice that some of them would just appear from nowhere. Those ones, the ones from nowhere, I think they're the travelers. They kind of merge into one person, and suddenly there's only one outline. That's what I see.
Interesting.
But you, no drugs for you, young lady. Tea and nothing else, all right?
The loss of money actually relates to a loss of self-identity.
No, I'm just kidding.
So, aliens. Violet. What are we thinking, Lex?
Violet and aliens. Ray, why'd you pray for them?
Yeah.
Because the Traveller is so powerful. It inhabits you, and you remember nothing. It goes on a killing spree, or worse, and you're held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I pray for the victims, and for forgiveness, and for the unlucky person that becomes its vessel.
Have you been a vessel?
Lex,
Yes.
I don't know what I was doing the night Dorota died.
Guilty.
I don't know. I don't remember.
He could be.
I was in my room. I was praying. But then I woke up and my hands hurt. My hands hurt.
Yep.
No, don't you tell Bronwyn. She's got enough going on. Don't tell anyone.
Violet and...
Hasn't Bron told you? Violet said she was abducted by aliens. But not your usual stick me on a slab, call me grey type aliens. Aliens that decorate.
Decorating aliens? A traveller?
Exactly. I think it was using Violet for room planning. Apparently it wants a set of heads on the wall. Red heads, to be more specific.
If it's a traveller, why is it strangling people? Why August?
I have no idea. August is basically our Hellmouth.
It's from Egypt.
Yes. So. More about what you can do. What do you think you might do with the mirror?
If I'm honest, at first because of the handle, a weapon of combat. If I look at it more closely, say, a mirror, a handheld mirror.
You're right. Well done, Monroe.
Ellis, and then we can go to Poe and Monroe.
But it's not just a mirror.
As Sam.
Hi.
It's a reflecting mirror, but it was used. Allegedly, you could look in the mirror, think of being somewhere else, and...
Yeah, I think Rain's the killer.
You try it now?
No, I've tried it. It doesn't work for me.
Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to imagine somewhere else. And...
She's gone, listeners. It's amazing.
Al, I'm so sorry. You mean everything to me. I won't let you die.
Aww.
Are you...
Of course I'm okay. It's you who's shrouded in darkness, my love. El, we must finish what we started.
Nope.
I love that read. Nope. And that's actually true because, and ironically, finishing what they started, this game studio, Deveki Studios, they actually made a game starring these two.
What do you mean? Let's finish it. What do you mean?
Us. Our love. I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to leave her. I know I keep saying it, but this time, I really do mean it.
His wife. Drama.
Are you ready to spend the rest of your life with me, no matter its length?
No.
Yes. Yes. Bran. Okay,
Yes.
so leaving his wife.
Elle, I fell in love with you the first day we met. You ripped out my heart, diced it into pieces, and reshaped it in your form. I will always be yours
how poetic.
forever. Elle.
How poetic.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Well, we come this far. I actually do not remember this. This is a brand new sequence to me.
Yes.
This is a brand new sequence to me.
Elle, I love you. You don't know how happy you've made me. My angel. My absolute angel.
Are you really married?
Yes, you've met my wife and family. They're sadly not actors I've hired to make my life look richer than it is. Tomorrow, I will tell her about us. And I will leave her. Another heart broken, another family destroyed. Another villainous father.
Is your wife
Wow.
gonna kill me? How long have we been together? Is your wife gonna kill me?
No. At least I don't think so. She doesn't know anything about us. Not yet, anyhow.
Interesting.
Shifts to guard that dumpster and chase the rest of the street off. That spring.
All right.
We lucked out with a broken fire door. A roof with a view to die for. In our idle chatter, I pieced together fragments of Tenzin's.
I couldn't do this without him. He looks out for me. He's my best friend.
Aww. And just friends?
What do you know, Sam?
Poe, it says you two have been romantic for years. Poe wants to marry you.
He does? That's so sweet of him. But I could never do that.
I kind of told him you would. No, we're not going to give ourselves away.
I'm not ready to settle down, Sam. And Poe has a wife and family. And I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Aww,
Drive
how
to a
sweet.
cacophony of traffic.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
I don't know.
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things. Heavens no. I have a wife and 3 children, beloved spawn of my
God.
loins. Monroe and I are good friends, that's all.
Okay. Anyone hate Monroe?
Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
That's
Don't tell
the
me you
name of the
haven't heard
game.
it, Detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
Nice. That's what it was. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. That's the kind of sort of sequel to this game. Not really. Or this movie.
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house.
Oh, okay. Free radios. Nice.
I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course.
Well, there you go. That works.
We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Tarot.
The tarot reading predicted it.
Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by?
What gentleman?
I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it.
Tell me about August.
You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
No, tell me more.
The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened.
Okay, pirate man.
It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one. They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. and the pirates moved in.
Is everyone in August descended from pirates? Where's the man?
No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet.
Wouldn't that be something?
I didn't expect the news to travel this fast. You can't tell anyone else. I've not told my wife yet. I think she should at least hear it from me.
Why did it take so long?
You ask the wrong question, detective. Why now? Because of death. When a loved one, or you yourself, faces death, it makes you hold account of all your life decisions. Not marrying Alice would be my biggest regret. Yes, I love my wife and our children, and if she loves me, she'll let me go. Alice lights a fire in me my wife never found the fireplace for, let alone lit.
Wow. That's impressive.
Alice won't die though, will she, Sam? You're going to make sure of that. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Alright. Well, let's go to the next chapter
August's
and talk to the chief.
Crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Alice Monroe?
Tell her to leave town. I don't know. Tell her to leave town. I can't remember which one saves her.
Good call. If she's not here, she can't get hurt.
I don't understand. You're staying here, but you want me to leave? Where should I go?
Anywhere, just don't tell me where.
Be careful, Sam. I'm starting to feel you.
Oh, God! Hey, I didn't know I was a ladies' man. Nice. Wait, change into Ellis. Let's change
into
into
Ellis. If you're not
Ellis.
transitioning, there will be consequences.
Yeah? But it's the only way to make sure this works. This is actually a different ending, I think. Because this is a different ending because I chose to send an officer to the house with Monroe, and she died. But now, I chose something completely different.
Sam,
She swears she went home and saw her doppelganger? I don't know what to tell you, Sam. The only good news here is, well, the only news we needed anyway, is that Ellis is still alive. Bronwyn Castle called and said that Ellis is safe. They have a new target now.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Next chapter. Yeah, because if you... Sorry to pause, but if Ellis dies, then it becomes another investigation chapter. And for the record, I know some of you might have been listening to this for a long time, and some of you might actually refer back to this to the footage in the VOD. But I did say that you get caught for transforming into a particular person. I did not say that Ellis was not the person in that I remember. Excuse me. I'm trying to remember who it was, but I think it was one of the other ladies that you could transform into, and that would then allow them, and that would lead to a bad end. But yeah, so I don't know if I actually screwed up. I mean, I obviously won't be getting another kiss from Alice Monroe anytime soon, but Sam did the job. He saved her. But yeah, no, that's not the ending of, like, you turn into somebody and then they discover you that I was thinking of. No. So, yeah.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading.
Violet?
And it's you.
Oh, I'm the target. I'm the next target?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different.
Why me?
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Another kiss. I'm just getting all the ladies.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
Hint. Who do you think, Chief? Let's hear what he has to say.
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
Okay, so we do have three. You can even finger yourself. That's kind of funny. But yeah, we do have three. He does give you three really good options. I'm gonna go with Rain because when he said that his hands were hurting and he couldn't remember where he was, yeah, I think he's been unintentionally possessed.
Rain.
Plus the
Agreed.
murder.
He's got no corroborated alibis for any key times, and he's one of those tarot muppets who I suspected all along. I was right when I said Bronwyn, because I knew it was one of them. I just didn't know which one. I'll pick him up. Just be careful tonight, Sam. If you've not done your job properly, the killer's still out there.
We shall see. Unless I'm wrong. Well, you would think maybe it's Violet, but... Also, I do think that, we unintentionally...
Sam, you asked for these earlier. Make sure you get some sleep now. You'll need it. Night.
Sure thing, lovely. Sure thing, lovely. But yeah, we actually we actually allowed Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe to actually become reality. I mean, maybe.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Okay, melodrama. Melodramatic much. 214, the end.
Hello, sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive.
We did it! Woo! Did I win? What about the next victim?
There is no next victim. Rain is locked up. He's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. I still can't believe it was Rain. I suppose nobody is immune. And now we're one short. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just... will you?
August is my home now. Or my home is in August now. Yeah, let's go with the Tarot Readers. Yeah, I do feel bad for Rain, cause, you know, he was a decent dude, he just got possessed. Let's go with them.
Really? Oh, Sam, that's wonderful. Let's finish packing and we can leave this afternoon. Sam, thank you. We're going to change lives, believe me.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good. You win. Alexi hug.
Oh, God. Nice.
Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives.
I feel the same way with you.
You too? I'm the happiest girl in the world. We have some catching up to do.
Sam, I guess you're on your way now. I don't often thank my guests, but thank you. I didn't think you had it in you. Well, I at least thought you'd run away at some point, but you didn't. You stayed. You've made August safe again. If you ever need a place to stay, you've got one here. Well, if I have a room available, that is. Take care, Sam.
Aw. You too, Violet. Oh, hello, Miss Monroe.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye. People do horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad that someone like you are around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me.
Happy to save you anytime. You're strong. You'll be fine.
Sam, you already did. That's why I'm here talking to you. And I won't forget it. Heroes don't always get on the news, but they always burn bright in the hearts of the people they save. You have an impact, Sam. Everyone does. They just forget. Keep saving people for me, you hear? Bye, Sam.
I will do. I keep getting kisses.
Sam, you did good. I thought you would.
So jealous.
I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty convinced it's over. Well done.
Yep.
I hear you're leaving town with the tarot readers. That's a real big shame you were starting to fit in here. But good luck to you. You're doing what many of us have died trying. Leaving August.
Thanks, Chief.
And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be. You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks from the outside.
Nice. Oh, thank you for making an awesome game, Devecki Studios.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
Don't we all?
You know why you're here, don't you?
No.
Because you did well. And you know what happens when you do well?
No.
Augmentation. Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
Hi. The end, maybe. Nice. Enter secret debriefing.
Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit.
Birmingham.
And we're ready. Are you human?
Yes.
Debrief complete. Agent ready. You can go.
Okay. Well, that was, the Shapeshifting Detective, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. FMV Friday here. There were quite a few other ways that the game could have turned out, of course. But I don't want to spoil everything for you guys with these things. I kind of want to give, like, one good raw playthrough. In terms of the game experience with these FMV Fridays. Like, get one coherent story and ending. and then kind of let you guys decide if this is something you guys want to play or not, or experience for yourself or not. So, yeah, with that in mind, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday night, wherever the heck you are. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay beautiful, stay sane. So long, see ya, goodbye. Hope you enjoyed the ride and got some entertainment in the process. Peace out, and until next time, everybody, ta-ta for now.